Let's begin the broadcast with this breaking news coming in, and this is a dramatic turn as far as the 2611 case is concerned. Plotter Tahawwur Rana has moved a US court to stall his extradition, which has already been approved by Trump. Tahawwur Rana has made a bizarre claim. He has alleged that he will be tortured in an Indian jail and is seeking an emergency stay as legal pressure mounts on Tahawwur Rana. We have Bhavtosh joining us in the broadcast with more details. Bhavtosh, Tahawwur Rana's extradition has been approved by the Trump administration. He, however, is seeking relief, claiming that he'll be tortured in Indian jails.
Yes, in fact, he has moved this application in the Supreme Court, and pending the disposal of this petition, he will continue to remain in the Los Angeles court. But Swati, it is the content of this petition which will shock everyone. He's a Canadian national of Pakistani origin, but he has quoted two instances. One is the Sanjay Bhandari order, which was passed recently by the London High Court last week. But it is his background, or one can say his religion, that he has quoted to prevent his prevent his extradition. I'll just quote from his petition. He has said that the likelihood of torture in this case is even higher, though as petitioner faces acute risk as a Muslim of Pakistani origin charged in Mumbai attacks. The Human Rights Watch in 2023 World Report documents that the BJP-led government continued its systematic discrimination and stigmatization of religious other minorities, particularly Muslim. So after running out all options, Swati, and virtually being indicted by the Supreme Court in US, what Tahawwur Rana has now done is that he is saying that because he is a Muslim of Pakistani origin, though Canadian national, he will in fact face torture, and because of these reasons he should not be extradited back to India.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know how this is going to play out in the court, but Kasab was caught alive and he was given a legal representation here in India in the 2611 case. Bhavtosh, stay on with us. We also have Hina joining us in the broadcast. Just an attempt by Tahawwur Rana to halt extradition. Hina.
Well, that's right. And as Bhavtosh was mentioning that, news is tightening as far as Tahawwur Rana's extradition is concerned, as India is moving a step closer to getting him back to India so that he can face the trial here in India. Now he's trying every book in the trade, every trick in the book to somehow evade this extradition. Now, this is the copy that has been exclusively accessed by my colleague Bhavtosh, which he was telling us about. I'm only taking our viewers through what is there in this document, exclusively accessed by Bhavtosh. Now, this is what Bhavtosh was referring to, and it mentions here the likelihood of torture in this case is even higher, though as petitioner faces acute risk as a Muslim of Pakistani origin. Now, this is very, very important. Playing the Muslim card here, the minority card here, the Pakistan card here. Muslim of Pakistani origin charged in the Mumbai attacks. The Human Rights Watch 2023 World Report documents that the BJP-led government continued its systematic discrimination and stigmatization of religious and other minorities, particularly Muslims, alongside persistent allegations of torture and extrajudicial killings. So, a report of Human Rights Watch 2023 World Report is being quoted to say that BJP-led government is, is indulging in discrimination and stigmatization of minorities, particularly Muslims, and that's the reason why it can be a threat for him. It also mentions petitioner's severe medical conditions render extradition to Indian detention facilities a de facto death sentence in this case. Very, very strong words that have been used, of course, like we've been saying that, now as things are moving closer for India, as we are moving closer to get him extradited to India, he's now trying every possible thing to evade it.
Absolutely. Bhavtosh and Hina, stay on with us. We are in fact also joined by Ujjwal Nikam, who in fact, remember, was the prosecutor in the 2611 case. Ujjwal Nikam, thank you very much for speaking with us. Tahawwur Rana is playing the minority card, the victim card. You're saying that he'll be tortured.
I have read all these allegations, and at the outset I must say this is all ridiculous, baseless, and without any foundation. Now it is for the US Supreme Court to decide whether there is any merit of ring in the said allegation. Now Tahawwur Rana is mainly relying upon one judgment which has been delivered by the London High Court. Now, I have gone through that judgment, and in that judgment, it is nowhere specifically alleged or stated that in India, Muslims are being operationally ill-treated. Now, India is one of the largest secular country in the world. There is no such discrimination on the ground of race and religion in our country. I don't think that Tahawwur Rana will succeed in getting the stay to the extradition, because the US government and especially the US President, Mr. Trump, in clear terms has said, but
Okay, I think we will be losing that line with Mr. Ujjwal Nikam. We'll try and connect with him again. Let's go back to Bhavtosh. Bhavtosh, Ujjwal Nikam was the prosecutor, special prosecutor in the 2611 case, and like he was also pointing out, this is nothing but just an attempt being made by Tahawwur Rana to halt the extradition. And I'd like to bring the attention back, since it's playing the victim card. He's pointing fingers at a country and at a system that after catching Kasab alive, the terrorist in the 2611 case, was punished. Yes, he was punished, but after a proper trial.
Yes, Swati, in fact, it's an investigation that has been done by Mumbai police and later by the NIA, and all the evidence that India has presented in this case has been vetted. It has been vetted by the district court and also by the Supreme Court and also by the federal court, and all these courts in fact has appreciated the evidence. Remember, it's an international conspiracy that was hatched in Pakistan, and then the Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorist had in fact came to India, then virtually had laid siege of Mumbai, and not only Indians were killed but also US nationals were killed. There were Israelis who were killed, and these were trained militants who had terrorists who had carried out this attack. Now to bring the excuse that he's a Muslim and that he would not face free trial or he would be tortured is something which is very bizarre. As far as Tahawwur Rana is concerned, Tahawwur Rana in fact provided a refuge to David Hadley Coleman. It was on his business card in his business that he came to Mumbai. He carried out a reconnaissance of Mumbai, and then he shared this video and the GPS location with Major Sajid and other Major Samir, and that's how this entire conspiracy started. It's not a 6-month conspiracy that happened. It is actually a conspiracy that was hatched or being hatched since 2006, and it took them nearly 2 years to hatch this conspiracy. 165 people were killed in Mumbai, and it took Indian agencies nearly 2 to 3 years to in fact file the charge sheet. The investigation still continues, and NIA is hopeful that Tahawwur Rana will be brought here and will face
Well, let's see
trial.
how this plays out in the US courts. Bhavtosh, thank you for getting us the details. Thank you to Hina as well.